Mathematics 6, Quarter 2, Week 3, K-12 curriculum, MELC-based. Our topic is about finding the percentage, base, and rate in a given problem. Day 1. Our lesson objective is to identify the percentage, rate, and base in a given problem. Now let's have a drill. Directions. Change or rename the following fractions to decimal. Number 1, we have 2/5. Number 2, 15 over 30. Number 3, 8 over 20. Number 4, 3/4. Number 5, 15 over 25. Now for number 1, 2/5 is written in decimal as 40 hundredths. Number 2, 15 over 30 is equal to 50 hundredths. Number 3, 8 over 20 will have 40 hundredths. 4, 3/4 will have 75 hundredths. And number 5, 15 over 25 is equal to 60 hundredths. Now to find or to change fractions to decimal, simply divide the numerator by the denominator and you'll get the decimal number. Now change the decimal to fraction. Number 1, we have 55 hundredths. Number 2, 63 hundredths. Number 3, 9/10. Number 4, 10 hundredths. Number 5, 40 hundredths. Now for number 1, 55 hundredths. So since it has a place value or the last place value is hundredths, we have to write 55 over 100, or the denominator should be 100. And reduce the lowest term. Look for the GCF or the greatest common factor. This is the greatest or the largest number that can divide both the numerator and the denominator. So in this case, 55 over 100 can be divided by 5, and it's the largest number that can divide both numbers. So 55 divided by 5 is equal to 11. 100 divided by 5 is equal to 20. So the final answer or the lowest term is 11 over 20. For number 2, 63 hundredths, so we'll have also 100 as our denominator. 63 over 100. And so far, there is no number that can divide both 63 and 100. And in that case, this is now the final answer or our lowest term. For number 3, 9/10, so the place value of 9 is tenths, then 9 should have a denominator of 10. And the same thing, there can be no number that can divide both 9 and 10. So that's the final answer or our lowest term. Simplified. For number 4, we have 10 hundredths. It ends with the hundredths place, so we'll have a denominator of 100. That will be 10 over 100, and they are divisible by 10. So 10 divided by 10 will have 1, and 100 divided by 10 equals 10. So our simplified or lowest term is 1 over 10. Number 5, 40 hundredths is equal to 40 over 100. And our GCF or the largest number that can divide both 40 and 100 is 20. So 40 divided by 20 equals 2. 100 divided by 20 equals 5. So our simplified answer or the lowest term is 2/5. Now let's read and analyze the problem. On her birthday, Carla received 1,500 pesos from her ninangs. With her money, she spent 40% for a blouse and saved the rest. How much was used in buying a blouse? In answering word problem, we always have to understand and analyze first the problem. We have to know what are the questions and what solutions do we need in order to find the correct answer. So let's answer related questions. First, who received money from her ninang? It's Carla. Next question, why did her ninang give her money? Her ninang gave her money because it's her birthday. Letter C, how much did she receive from her ninang? 1,500 pesos. Letter D, what did she do with her money? She spent 40% for a blouse and saved the rest. Meaning, out of 1,500, 40% of it were spent for a blouse. And she saved the rest, meaning she put it in her savings. Now, last question. If you were Carla, will you do the same? Why? What do we need to know? These are the guide questions in order to solve the problem. So first, we have to know what does the problem ask you to look for, what is asked in the problem. Or letter B, what facts are in the problem? What are the numbers and what are the numbers about? So this pertains to the given. What are the given or what are the numbers or data that are found in the problem? Letter C, what are the facts needed? Same thing, these are the given. And the situation. So we need to analyze the situation, the facts that are necessary in order to solve the problem. Now let's take this for example. Read the problem. Rafaela has 10 paper clips. She gives 2 paper clips to her seatmate and keeps the rest for future use. Is it right for her to say that she keeps 80% of the paper clips? Now let's fill in the table with the correct data. This is based on Rafaela's problem. In the first column, we have the number of paper clips that Rafaela has. And in this part, we have the given to a seatmate, how many number, and we have to write it in a fraction form and the rate. And for future use, this one, how many were saved for future use, and write it in a fraction form and the rate, which is written in percent. Now, as for the number of paper clips that Rafaela has, she has 10 paper clips. 2 out of 10 were given to a seatmate, and in fraction form, we write it as 2 over 10, and that is 20% rate. And as for future use, the remaining 8 out of 10 was kept by Rafaela for future use. And in fraction form, it's written as 8 over 10, and the rate of it is 80%. Now that answered the questions. Is it right for Rafaela to say that he kept 80% of the paper clips? Yes, definitely. Now let's unlock some vocabulary. First, let's learn about rate. It is represented by a big letter R or capital letter R, and it is the number compared to 100. Usually has either a percent sign or the word percent with it. We also have the so-called percentage, represented by capital letter P. It is the number or amount that represents a part of a whole. And base, represented by a capital letter B, is a number that represents a whole or entire amount. Observe the illustration based on the previous activity. Identify the rate, percentage, and base. Now we have 8 over 10, and that's 80%. 2 over 10, and that's 20%. So 10 refers to the whole amount or number of clips. So that means 10 is our base and 8 is just part of the whole, part of that 10 paper clips. So therefore, 8 is our percentage or a part of a whole. Percentage means a part of a whole. So 8 is the percentage, and 80%, which is written with a percent sign, is the rate. Again, 80% is the rate, 10 is our base, and 8 is our percentage. Now, same thing with this illustration. We have 2 as the percentage, 10 as the base, and 20% as the rate. Now let's do this activity. Directions. Identify the rate, base, and percentage by completing the table. Remember that base is the whole or the total amount. Percentage is just part of the whole. And rate is the number that is written with a percent sign. So for number 1, 6 is 25% of 24. Number 2, 20% of 15 is 3. Number 3, 500 is 5 over 8% of 800. Number 4, 125% of 60 is 75. Number 5, 20 is 10% of 200. Number 6, 12 and 1/2% of 48 is 6. Number 7, 17 is 33 and 1/3% of 51. Number 8, 30 is 50% of 60. Number 9, 60 is 20% of 300. And number 10, 0.5% of 2,000 is 10. Now look for the rate. Write the rate on the second column, the base on the third, and on the fourth column, write the percentage. Now let's try this activity. Identify the rate, base, and percentage by completing the table. Number 1, 6 is 25% of 24. Our rate is the one with a percent sign, so the answer is 25%. And base is the total amount or the whole number or the whole amount. So we have 24. Percentage is just part of the whole, so we have 6. For number 2, rate is 20%, base is 15%, and percentage is 3. Number 3, 5 over 8%, the base is 800 and percentage is 500. Number 4, we have 125% as our rate and 60 as our base, 75 as the percentage. Why is it that 75, which is the percentage or part of the whole, is larger than the base? It's because it's more than 100%. 100% is 60 and it's 125%, so that is more than 60. That is actually equal to 75. Now for number 5, we have 10%. The base is 200 and the percentage is 20. Now here's the catch. These are the tips to easily identify the rate, base, and the percentage. For the rate, it's very easy because we just have to look for the percent sign, then we'll know that it's the rate. Now for the base, aside from being the total amount or the whole amount, one thing that we should remember is that it always follows the word of. So of 24. So this one that follows the word of is the base. And percentage also is a number that is either preceded by is or followed by is. Now for number 6 and 10, you are going to complete the table. It will be now your turn. Now let's read and answer the following problems. Number 1. Mrs. Licardo opened an account in Southlease Bank. She puts a principal amount of 15,000 pesos that will earn an interest of 150 pesos after a month at a rate of 1% monthly. Now, what are the given data in the problem? Answer letter B. Which of the data is the base, rate, percentage? Now let's answer what is the meaning of percentage, rate, base. And how do you determine the base in a given problem? How about the rate and the percentage? Assessment. Directions. Read and answer the questions. Encircle the letter of the correct answers. Number 1. When one finds what percent one number is of another, he looks for the blank. It is written with a percent sign on it. Letter A, base. B, percentage. C, rate. D, ratio. Number 2, this number is just part of the whole. What is it? A, base. B, percentage. C, proportion. D, ratio. Number 3, 16 is 25% of 64. The percentage in the problem is blank. A, 16. B, 25%. C, 64. And D, 41. Number 4, 2 of the pieces of tomatoes in the basket are rotten. This is 4% of all the tomatoes in the basket. Which is the rate? A, 50. B, 2. C, 4%. D, 48. And number 5, this refers to the whole or total amount. What is it? A, base. B, percentage. C, rate. D, Tecans triangle. What is the meaning of percentage, rate, and how about the base? How do you determine the base in a given problem? How about the rate and the percentage?